First, we need to trace the fish template. Choose the color of construction paper that you would like to have for the body of your fish. If the tail is straight, you can go ahead and line it up with the edge of your paper to save on a cut. Trace all the way around the outside of your fish. Next, we're going to create the area that we're actually going to be weaving in. Use the square template to put in the middle of your fish and then trace around it. This will help us keep the lines for our weaving inside the fish. Next, we want to create the lines that will become the warps of our loom. You can make them straight or wavy. For this example, I'm going to do a pattern of straight and wavy lines. Create 4 to 5 lines going down your fish. Next, cut your fish out. Next, we want to cut the warps apart so that we actually have something to weave into. It's really important not to cut on the left and right vertical lines. I'm going to fold my fish in half so that my lines are on the outside so that I can see them to cut. You are going to cut every line apart up to the horizontal line. Be extra careful not to cut your fish apart. If we have to tape it back together, it can make weaving a little more difficult. Now we're ready for the weaving. Grab some strips of rainbow paper. You can use a combination of thick and thin strips if you'd like, or stick to one or the other. The trick to weaving is to alternate your pattern. You want to go under, over, under, over. If you start under on the first strip, you'll go over the next, under the one after that, over the next, under the one after that, and so on. Weave all the way down the length of the fish. It's okay if you have extra hanging off the ends because we'll turn these into fins when we're done. You want to alternate your pattern. If the first one started under, then this one's going to start over. Under, over, under, over. You will be creating a checkerboard pattern on the surface of your fish. Weaving is easy to see mistakes. If you notice that you have 2 next to each other that are going over or 2 that are going under, then you know you need to make a correction. Go ahead and weave all of the strips. After each strip is woven, it's really important to scooch it down as tightly as you can. The tension on the paper is what will hold your weaving in place. Next, you can give your strips a slight tug to make sure they're pretty much even. Then we're going to glue the strips down to the fish body. Flip up one of the strips and add just a little bit of stick glue underneath, then press it down. Do this across the top and the bottom, then flip the fish over and do the same to the back. Next, you have to decide what shape you'd like to make your fins. Go ahead and flip it over and lightly draw an outline to cut. Trim away the strips. Next, we're going to make an eye for our fish. Use a white square piece of paper and draw a circle. You can draw a pupil inside the circle and then color it in black with the Sharpie. Cut that out and glue it on. The final step is to add some decorations to our fish's tail. Use some extra strips, apply a little glue, and then create some stripes. Trim off any extra and don't forget to sign your name.